Okay. Let's make sure everything's all good here. Alright. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Force over here. Long. Yes, I did look at this here. Yes, I did look at this. After 4 months, I'm finally back. Off screen. So now we're gonna play Taste 4 on stream, and I hope you guys are ready for the ride. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go over here. I am starting Turnabout Ablaze, but we're gonna go ahead and start with Turnabout Reminiscence. So without further ado, let's begin. Episode 4, Turnabout Reminiscence. Kay Faraday, the young lady who calls herself the second Yanagarasu. The piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back to many years ago. 7 years earlier. Yeah, that's right. I did it. I killed the guy. But it was the great thief Yanagarasu that told me to do it. I asked the defendant, just what exactly are you trying to say? Don't you get it? I know the true identity of Yanagarasu. The Yanagarasu is the man standing over there at the prosecutor's bench. Are you saying that I'm the Yanagarasu? Don't you dare deny it! You told me to kill him when you snuck into the embassy! Are you claiming that Mr. Faraday is the Yanagarasu? That... Mr. Rell! I think we've heard just about enough out of you. Your Honor, please listen to me. I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me! It's almost time for me to enter the courtroom. And so, it is that my first assignment as a prosecutor will be. As a replacement for a prosecutor who has been accused by the defendant. Edgeworth! For those of you that don't know who this is, Edgeworth will tell you who it is, and if he doesn't, I will. Have you read over all the documents regarding this trial? Yes, sir. I've memorized everything there is to know. Very good. The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is just about complete. Edgeworth, always bear in mind that as your mentor, I, Manfred von Karma, will accept nothing short of perfection. I understand, sir. To have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage in my career. Prove yourself. Push the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion. Yes, sir. That such a legendary prosecutor will be watching and judging my performance. I have to be perfect in every way. So, because Edward didn't really talk about him at this moment, the man that we were just talking to is Manfred von Karma. If you played the first game of the first Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game, and I do mean the very first game, you will know exactly who this man is. To put it simply, Manfred von Karma is a man that, in Edward's own words, is a man to be feared. He was a man to be feared. However, after a certain event that took place, well, two events that took place, it was ultimately revealed that he had three blemishes on his record. The first blemish was where his actions were called into question, and it caused him to be it's caused him such distress that he took only one vacation, and it was that. After that, nothing else happened regarding him taking any kind of vacation, and there was no other blemish on his record outside of that one moment. Then he had the second case, which involved Phoenix Wright defending Miles Edgeworth. And Edgeworth ultimately was acquitted of all charges because it was revealed that another person, like always, did the deed that he was accused of committing. He did the crime so the person ultimately responsible for it confessed to it, and Edgeworth was therefore found not guilty on all charges leveled against him. But almost immediately, we had to do another situation revolving the DL6 incident. I won't spoil that one, but it was such a good case that it's regarded as one of the best cases in the whole series. But anyway, we're going to do some investigating here. We're going to talk to all these people here, and we're going to save Manfred von Karma for last. This is so good! I could drink a whole gallon! I've never heard of water that tastes that good. Maybe I'll give him a minute. Go. Oh my god, dude, this guy's drinking up all that shit. At this rate, he's gonna be drinking all that water that's in that tap. Does he plan on gulping an entire reservoir dry? That's what I'm thinking. Excuse me, madam, but is something the matter? I just thought someone would be brought hors d'oeuvres by now. Hors d'oeuvres by now. But this is a courthouse. It would be quite atypical to provide hors d'oeuvres here. Are you sure? Someone poured me a fresh cup of coffee last time I was here. What the heck does she think a courthouse is for? Mr. Prosecutor, sir! You've got a good eye if you can tell that I'm a prosecutor with just one glance. As are always only prosecutors and defense attorneys in this lobby, I usually hit the mark if I touch one or the other while there is a recess. You were only guessing? Yes, he was. And God, what a cold stare he's given me. However, as a disciple of Von Karma, there is no option but to win. He's good. The power of his cold stare rivals my own. He's sleeping while standing up! Crazy, isn't it? The trial will resume shortly. Please wait a moment, sir. I was already well aware of that. Shortly or in a moment? Which one is it? Be specific. Aren't these great? Daddy made all of these. Awesome! But didn't you get fired right after you made them? Ah, yeah, I did. I spent the same amount of money on this model as it cost to build the real thing. And my boss wasn't very happy with me. Hey, Daddy, didn't you say you built a secret mechanism inside of it? I'll tell you about it someday when you're older. A secret mechanism? Maybe he installed it as payback for getting fired? It could be trouble. Now I'm curious. Alright, let's start to the main event. Today's trial should have ended in just 1 minute. Because the defendant was picked up by the security camera, correct? Exactly. The killer had the gall to say that he only killed because he was instructed to do so. Even more outrageous is his claim that the case prosecutor, Byron Faraday, gave the order. Ha! Faraday is such a fool. He's been cornered by his very own prey. Sir, are you an acquaintance of Mr. Byron Faraday? He's a pathetic man who speaks nothing but nonsense. Nonsense? He once tried to explain to me a way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court. Those who cannot be brought to court? That is nonsense for no man is above the law. Well, there are always a few exceptions. However, there is no reason to even deal with such individuals. He says, a prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation to outside matters. Thus, there is no reason to deal with such individuals. I see. Edgeworth, disgracing yourself as Faraday has will not be forgiven. Have no fear. I will not let you down, sir. In place of the accused prosecutor Byron Faraday, I will prove the defendant's guilt. Very good. I've secured an hour of recess for you to prepare to do just that. Show them all the power of Von Karma! Today's trial. So, have you achieved a firm understanding of the case? Yes, sir. I have memorized everything that is written down in the case files. Well then, explain the case to me. I want to see if you really know what you are talking about. Understood. A murder was committed on September 8th in front of the Turnabout embassy. The victim, Mr. Dademan, was a staff member at the embassy. The defendant in this case, Mr. Mac Rell, was held for questioning the night of the incident as he was deemed suspicious. He was quickly placed under arrest for possession of the murder weapon, a gun. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the great thief Yatagarasu had successfully infiltrated the Turnabout embassy as well. At first, Rell claimed that he himself was the Yatagarasu, but that he did not kill Dademan. I wonder what he expected to gain from such a desperate lie. It's possible that he wanted to go down while in the spotlight, if he is found guilty. There truly is no limit to people's inanity. But I digress. Continue, Edgeworth. Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security as the murderer. The act of Mr. Rell firing the gun could be clearly seen from the visitor's gallery. Upon seeing that, the defendant retracted his statement and admitted to the murder. I did it because I was told to, end quote. quote, by the real Yatagarasu, Byron Faraday, end quote. That sounds about right. However, you've forgotten one thing. While this may appear to simply be the murder of a Cadopian embassy staff member, people are actually referring to it as the second KG-8 incident. The second KG-8 incident? I'm very sorry, sir. I fear I failed to study hard enough. Well, even among the police, it's information that only a select few are privy to. Could you please enlighten me, sir? Second KG-8 incident. Sir, what do you mean by the second KG-8 incident? In order for me to tell you that, you must first learn about the original case. Take a look at these documents. This is a 3-year-old newspaper. KG-8 incident overview data jotted down on my organizer. Reference materials regarding the KG-8 incident. Secretary of Ernest Amano, the Amano Group's director, was arrested under suspicion of smuggling. Correct. CCU was an employee of the Amano Group, and the sole witness to the smuggling operation. It was she who brought the crime to light. However, Miss Yu was silenced before she could testify in court. Wasn't a Cadopian embassy staff member arrested for the murder? Yes. A Cadopian by the name of Manny Cochin was the suspect. However, due to lack of evidence, the case went unresolved. Lack of evidence? Ha! If only I was in charge of the case. I would have done everything in my power to prove his guilt. To make sure that all criminals are found guilty. My mentor really is dedicated. Faraday was the prosecutor on the case then, and he was as pathetic as ever. Mr. Faraday was in charge of the KG-8 incident as well? That's right. And now, once again, the victim of the case you are currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against that smuggling organization. And just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he was to testify. You're catching on. The victim was murdered just before his day in court against the smuggling organization. Events are occurring almost exactly the same way as they did in the KG-8 incident. I say with a bit of a grin on my face. So that's why it is being called the second KG-8 incident? Yes. Yet there is one difference between the two incidents. What would that be? The so-called noble thief that is sending everyone into an uproar. The great thief, Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu? I'd better find out more. Yatagarasu. If it is true that the Yatagarasu showed up at the Cadopian embassy, what could he or she have been after? No doubt to steal any suspicious accounting records and release them publicly. Or, more likely, to steal secrets from the Cadopian embassy itself, since the items that the Yatagarasu stole from there was sent to the police. What was it that the Yatagarasu sent to the police? I don't know the details. Anything related to the Yatagarasu is getting the top secret treatment. Still, I find it very ironic. By returning the stolen item to the police, it was proof positive that the Yatagarasu had infiltrated the embassy on the same day the staff member was killed. Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, wouldn't you say? It would have been the first time the Yatagarasu has left evidence behind, correct? Yes, indeed. If you wish to learn more about the Yanagarasu, then I suggest you ask Faraday. Mr. Faraday? He happens to be the prosecutor in charge of the Yanagarasu case as well. He's the prosecutor in charge of both the Page 8 incident and the Yanagarasu case? Mr. Faraday really has a lot on his plate. What is it, little girl? You're scary, mister. Did you need something? I want to trade these coins with you. A fistful of dimes, quarters, and pennies. But it looks like you've exactly $1. Is this what you want? Hey look! A $1 bill! Hallelujah! Holy cow. Thanks! That's exactly what I needed! Could that child be here to watch the trial? How disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courtroom, the courthouse. I'm so mad I couldn't even say courthouse right. Does no one here have respect for this country's judicial system anymore? The paperwork for the prosecutor substitution is complete. Why you? Don't you even know how much time there is left before the trial resumes? I'm so sorry. I can have you mopping up this courthouse instead of protecting it in an instant! It's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me. A proud one you are. You had better collect the evidence from Faraday and prepare yourself. It's time for your debut, Edgeworth. September 10th, 4 o'clock p.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 3. Just what is going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet? How is it possible that the defense is not prepared yet, either? Bailiff, where is Mr. Faraday? I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention. Ah, you must be the one Mr. Von Karma recommended. I hear this will be your first trial. I look forward to seeing how you perform. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. Sir, it looks like the trial is about to resume. However, yes, it will be all but impossible to prove the witness a liar without the evidence from Faraday. What is that blasted buffoon up to? It's an emergency, sirs! Silence! There shall be no yelling in the sacred hall of law. Bailiff, remove that man from this courtroom at once! Please, wait! You have to listen to me! There's an emergency! Defendant lobby number 2! Mr. Faraday and the defendant! The two of them, they're both dead, Your Honor! What? What? September 10th, District Court, hallway. day back. No one's allowed on the crime scene. Period. Just who does this oddball think he is? This is becoming quite the hotspot. Isn't she Mr. Rao's defense attorney? Hey, you! Don't run into the hallway, pal! And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse. Let's go from right to left. And you are... Who, me? Hey, pal. It's common courtesy to tell someone your first name before asking theirs. Point taken. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a district prosecutor. A prosecutor? I've never seen a prosecutor as young as you, pal. I told you my name. Then would you mind telling me yours? Detective Dick Gumshoe. And just recently, I achieved my dream of becoming a detective. More than a dream, it's what I was born to do. Wait, maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first. This detective is entirely too excited to be at a murder scene. Crime scene. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident? You know that I don't have to tell you anything, right? I know that. But it would behoove you to fill me in on what you know. Wow, you're a proud one for such a youngster, aren't you? Well, anyway, Detective Bad is the one in charge. So you're just gonna have to ask him for all the details, okay? As for me, I was guarding the door to the defendant lobby number 2. So you were on guard detail. Did you notice anything strange while you were on duty? Well, I freaked out when I heard a gunshot, and then I kinda froze. You're a detective and a measly gunshot scared you that much? Then again, I can hardly claim to not know what it's like to hear one at close range. Then Detective Bad came running to the scene. We went to the lobby number 2 together, and both men were lying there, dead. Is that everything? Yeah, that's it. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Interesting. Other than the gunshot, he didn't hear a single sign of commotion. Detective Gumshoe's testimony jotted down in my organizer. Was in hall on guard duty. Other than a gunshot, didn't hear a sign of a struggle. Do you have a minute? You know, I'm not really into talking to people I don't know. Especially at a time like this. I apologize for not introducing myself before bothering you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Mr. Do not take me for some naive novice. So you're a student of On Karma? I should have... Sir, clothes are a dead giveaway! Stop right there! These are the garments of one who gallantly presents the facts. Thanks for the great laugh. But try not to make me laugh so much, okay? I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort. Just kidding, I was just goofing around. By the way, do you know who I am? My name is Callisto Yu. And if you're telling the truth, and we were about to go head-to-head in court. Ah, but of course, I have heard so much about you, Miss Yu. Ah, but of course, I've heard so much about you. You're a regular Shakespeare. Do I say something funny? Crime scene. I'd like you to update me on the situation. I don't really know anything. Why don't you talk to those detectives over there? If that's the case, then why are you here? Ah, what's so funny? It's just the way you speak is so tactless. The person I was going against in court, until only a little while ago, was just murdered. It's not like I could go back into the courtroom pretending as though nothing happened. That's a good point. I apologize for asking such an insensitive question. It's fine, don't worry about it. Excuse me, but who are you? Detective Tyrell Bad. Homicide. I was informed of the situation and came quickly as possible. So, how did you arrive and inspect the body before me? Faraday requested for me to testify in the trial. Plain and simple. Mr. Faraday requested that you be here? Crime scene. I've already contacted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you, kid. Kid? I'm Mr. Faraday's substitute in today's trial. Therefore, I insist that you update me on the situation. I can't back down here. I have a right to know. Do I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to adults, kid? Is he threatening me? Is he going for his gun? It's just a mirror. How dare he trick me like that? Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade, and he had a gun in his hand. The other man, a Mac Rel, was shot and killed. He was found holding a bloody knife in his hand. Was there anyone else who went into defendant lobby number 2? Yeah, that big monk over there. His name's Gumshoe. He was in charge of guarding the place. He's claiming that no one else entered the room. If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct? Maybe. Such impudence. This guy is really testing my patience. Trial witness. Why was I not informed that you were going to testify in court? Homicides aren't really my only. Let me try that again. Homicides aren't my only fear. The Yatagarasu case is also one of my assignments. So you were called upon to comment on the Yatagarasu's characteristics in order to assess if Mr. Faraday really was the Yatagarasu or not? Well. Looks like you just might have a brain after all in that head of yours, son. Son? I am not your son, Pops. Miss Yu! There is someone here who wishes to see you. Who is it? A Kodopian embassy staff member by the name of Manny Cochin. What's going on? Detective Bad and Miss Yu's moods just changed all of a sudden. Wait a second. Was it Manny Cochin? I'll be right there. It's nice to see you again. this news. Why are you here? I have no desire to ever see you again. Now. Actually, would you mind stepping outside for a brief chat? Fine, let's go. Bad. One karma. It's been a long time. I knew you would show up. You usually do when the Yanagarasu is involved, and I see this case is no exception. Do you know Detective Bad, sir? Yes. He's like an old bloodhound that never leaves the scene of a crime. If only he would get a promotion and move on. It's the crime scene where a detective is most useful and effective. Huh! It's not like I don't know that. Moving on though, Bad. The man that I just passed by. Was he not the suspect from the PG-8 incident? So I was right. Just what is that man doing, wandering around here? That Faraday. I can't believe he let such an easy catch get away. Imbecile! I would have proven his guilt in 3 minutes. On karma. I think you've said enough for now. It's in poor taste to speak like that about the departed. Very well. Back on topic. I'm placing Edgeworth in charge of the investigation here.
Objection!
And here comes Francisco von Karma. Papa, how could you place him in charge? Francisca, what are you doing here? I'm here for summer vacation. What else? Francisca von Karma. So she is here on vacation from Germany. She is the daughter of Manfred von Karma and a student of his who's also junior to me. You're the one who's junior to me, and don't you forget it! You're not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, are you? Ha! If you were able to pass, then I'll have absolutely no trouble at all. I'll never allow myself to lose to you. Never! Why does she always have to be this competitive? Anyway, Papa, are you really assigning Miles Edgeworth to cover the case? Yes, I am. Why do you ask? Well, you know, I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself. And I am 100% confident that I can do a better job than him. That's just like Francisca. She has no problem bad-mouthing someone right in front of them. Bad. Yeah? These two will be conducting the investigation. What? You want me to let both of these kids loose on the crime scene? Ha! This is a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills. A crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around in. I'm the one with the authority over this crime scene, Dad. And I will not tolerate complaining. Edgeworth, Francisca, I leave this case to the two of you. Understood, sir. Yes, Papa. I'll go take care of the paperwork now. Remember, I'll accept nothing but a perfect report from the both of you. Do not disappoint me! Hold up, Von Karma. I still haven't agreed to this. Miles Edgeworth. It's been quite some time, Francisca. This will be the perfect chance for us to see which of us is truly worthy of the Von Karma name. Would it kill you to at least say hello? Long time no see. Very good. Just because you became a prosecutor first doesn't mean you can act all proud. She hasn't changed a bit. Miles Edgeworth. As I was saying, we shall see which one of us is worthy of the Von Karma name. For crying out loud, I've been reduced to a babysitter. It looks like Mr. Von Karma was successful in convincing the detective. That's just like him. Very well. Seems like getting help from Detective Bat will be a most arduous task. September 10th, 4:15 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Is the only real explanation that they killed each other simultaneously? Miles Edgeworth, you should listen to someone until they are finished talking. What are you talking about? I'll only say it one more time. This is a competition to see who is truly worthy of the Von Karma name. A competition? The person that figures out the truth first wins. So the person who doesn't discover the truth is a dishonor to the name? Exactly! I don't care that you became a prosecutor before me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things come from your foolishly foolish mouth. Fine, whatever makes you happy. Can I take that as you accepted my challenge? Once again, whatever makes you happy. Ha! Well then, let's begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence and prettily present it like the professional I am. Completed to discover the truth behind a crime. How delightfully childish. You things, over there. Hold it. Kid? Ha! Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid. I said kid. How dare you call me a kid as well? I'll do what I please, but I won't allow you to cause a ruckus on my crimes. Hey, big guy, you're going to watch over these two. Yes, sir! Detective Bad, sir! Now do what I say from now on, kids, okay? You'd better not get in our way, Scruffy. You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do. Then you, prosecutor boy, let's get your investigation started already, alright? Great. And even that detective is treating me like a child. Alright, it's time to get investigating. Gonna move on, prosecutor boy. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and if you were to call me Prosecutor Boy one more time, it will be my duty as a prosecutor to look into your monthly salary. What? And what would you do with my salary after you saw how much it was? That's up to you now, isn't it? Really? Sounds good, pal. He's so naive. Begin investigation. Defendant Lobby Number 2. Detective Bad, may I have a word with you? What is it? It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons. Yeah, it does. That leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the men acquire the weapons? The gun was inside a Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was presented in the trial earlier today. It was was used to kill the Canopian embassy staff member. But I never heard anything about the knife. Mr. Rell was being held by the police. There was no way he could have brought it in. Which means it's possible that Faraday had the knife on him from the start as well. Could it have been a piece of evidence that has yet to be presented? But then, why does the detective not know about it? Wait! What if... It's possible that Mr. Faraday brought the knife in under the guise of prosecutorial evidence. He could have then brought it out and attached Mr. Rell with it. Maybe you've got a brain in there after all, kid. Is he going to treat me like a child forever? It looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first, then counterattacked. That's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this. Not yet. I feel that it's much too early to be drawing conclusions already. I must first find conclusive evidence so as to protect the honor of the Von Karma name. There are some plastic bags stacked up on the table. This is the evidence? I better not touch it. I'll leave prints on it. Can you just not pay attention to anything you do? But I know everybody, but first let's look at these things. Whoa! What is it, Detective Gumshoe? My TV at home is so tiny compared to this one, pal. And perhaps you should choose a more normal-sized television like this one. Oh, let me see here. Wow! This thing is huge! Ah! And way too noisy! You're the noisy one, Scruffy. Don't touch it. You'll get your fingerprints all over it. But I didn't touch it! Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. The foundation, huh? Sounds like something the rookie here needs to shore up on. This decorative plant's foliage is quite nice. It's actually soothing to be around it. Perhaps I should purchase one for my room. Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags have been keeping evidence safe, pal. I know that much, Detective. You sure are good at this stuff, you aren't you, pal? Normally I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Anyway, could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Plastic bags strewn about. Plastic bags used to store evidence are strewn all over the floor. It looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rell. At first glance, it seems like they must have killed each other. However, using logic, the only logical conclusion is... Aha! What was that outburst for? My detective instinct just hit me real hard. It was Mr. Rell that fell first, see? You don't need a detective instinct for that. It's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the bodies. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal. I know that much, Detective. You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal? Normally I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but it's this guy. Anyway, for these plastic bags have been evidence of a fight between the two men. His head is all black down here, see? I wonder what it could be. If you look closely, this blotching pattern resembles an ink stain. Ink stain. Mr. Faraday has ink on his... An ink stain? Yes. I usually get ink on my own hand when I use my feather pen. A feather pen? I've never seen one before. Sure you aren't just making it up, pal? Looks like Mr. Rel died with a knife in his hands. There's some blood stuck on it. Then he must have used this... Wait, sorry. Then he must have used this as a weapon. Yep, no doubt about it. Is Mr. Faraday carrying this on his personage? Did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it with him with a very different intention in mind? Suppose Jordan notes some notes down on about it. Knife dated Jordan down in my organizer. I believe Faraday brought this as evidence. It is found in Mr. Rel's hand. So Mr. Faraday died while holding a gun in his right hand. So he shot Mr. Rel and then fell short on top of him, while still gripping onto the gun. I guess that does seem kinda strange, huh? I mean, what would Mr. Faraday know about how to fire a gun? It's not exactly rocket science, but I even know how to pull that extra. Even I doubt on these ones. I hope you have never to fire a gun either, pal. But it sure does look cool. But it sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hands. It appears that the police are screaming and productively needed a thorough review. See here. Anyway, it should... See here, hold on a second, sorry. Anyway, I should jot down some notes about the hand wagon in Murray Faraday's hand. And not data jotted down in my organizer. With Sephora's evidence from the embassy staff killing things. Boom. And not data jotted down in my organizer. With Faraday's evidence killing from embassy staff after killing. It was found in his hat. Mr. Rel's cause of death was for being so hot, correct? That's what we think. It's hard to tell with him just lying face down. Death is bad enough. But it's truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the tack. Are you sure you were trying to hide something? I can't confirm or deny Mr. Rell's cause of death, because I don't like his body poison like that. Detective Bad, I direct you to examine the bodies in further detail, if possible. What's this? You're not able to perform a theory of your own with them the way they are? I believe an explanation of the bodies is vital to find the perfect evidence, don't you? suppose you have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it. Lobby. Yes, sir! We've taken enough photos of the scene, sir. And where are you, having it? Did you not approve? Of course not. What? They don't launch it. They don't touch it. Boy, stop doing that. You're not been emotionally involved. You're not been emotionally involved. Remember, you are. Yes, sir! Understood, sir! The low dress is only inspected every suspicious one from Miss Franny. You know what, I'll go ahead and take this opportunity to reference to maybe something to drink. I'll be right back. Alright. Alright, I have returned. Let's continue the pace. Here. See here. Alright, the bottom is... Mr. Faraday is holding his gun in his right hand. Oh, hey Lion Blade, how you doing tonight? I just came back, how you doing? That's the one Mr. Rail got blown away by, right? No answer. Yes, sir! We found that the ballistic markings do match that gun. Oh, ballistic markings are the figurative fingerprints of a gun leaves on a bullet when fired. Everyone leaves its own unique ballistic markings. Therefore, by looking at the markings on a bullet, you can tell which gun it came from. Yeah, that's it. Of course, I already knew all about that, pal. Hey, come on, sir. Cut me some slack, will ya? So the bullet that was fired from this gun is what fell to Mr. Rell. There's a knife wound in his chest here, see? I wonder if the wound that matches that knife Mr. Rell is holding. Yes, sir. Verifying now, sir. From the look of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Rell is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. Mr. Faraday. How ironic is it for him to lose his life in a courthouse? Yeah, why did it have to be like this? I don't know what to say. I can't believe this happened while I was on watch, pal. Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend your time continuing the investigation. Didn't you become a detective in order to solve crimes? Yeah. Then get back to work. Find out the cause of his murder. Right. I'm on it, pal. The fountain pen in Mr. Faraday's pocket has an especially nice nib. Hey, you know I always keep a pencil by my... Looks like Mr. Faraday was stabbed with this knife that Mr. Rell is holding. Youch! What's wrong, detective? My stomach's starting to hurt from just thinking about being stabbed. Just keep your mind on the case, alright? First he killed a Kenobian innocent staff member. Then he was murdered himself. This guy wasn't exactly an angel, you know. Oh? What makes you say that? Well, he's been hauled into the precinct several times for theft and assault, pal. So yeah, he's definitely the type to have committed a murder or two. Well, he did admit to killing Mr. Deedman. Hey! Good point, pal. I knew my detective's intuition was telling me something. Detective's intuition? Yup. Do you know about it? It's a special feeling that I'll detect. We don't have time for this conversation right now. Let's return to the investigation. Shot in the chest. It takes some guts to fire a gun in a courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a whole week, and I still haven't fired a single round yet. Not any burn marks on his clothes. That must mean... Wait. Burn marks? A round grows very hard as it is discharged from a firearm. Therefore, burn marks are usually left when a shot is fired from point-blank range. Ergo, Mr. Bell must have been shot from at least a yard or two away. Handgun data updated in my organizer. Found in Faraday's hand. Bullet that killed Rell is fired from a few yards away. You're sure to know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal. Apparently this detective has much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. Let us now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife from today's trial evidence. Then he aimed the gun at Mr. Rel and fired. However, Mr. Rel managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday while being shot. Then the two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory in any case. What a crazy way to go! Still, something about that explanation just doesn't seem right. I've seen notes jotted down in my organizer. Notes pertaining to Burn, Faraday, and Mac Rel. I believe I now have a firmer grasp on what happened here. Let's go in here real quick, because we do got something here. So you notice I got an ink stain. So my guess is it was in the pocket. Let's try it. Yes! That's blood from Mr. Faraday's hand. I wonder if it might be the ink from his fountain pen. Ooh! Let's ask the lab guy! Detective Gumshoe! I confirm that the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from his fountain pen. I see. Good work! Ah! You know I've always wanted to say that, even if it was just one time in my life. If Mr. Faraday wrote with his fountain pen in his left hand, I think it's fair to assume he was left-handed. It appears that Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to our case as well. Okay, if you say so, pal. Mr. Faraday's fountain pen data jotted down on my organizer. Fountain pen used by the left-handed Faraday. Looks like it has a quality nib. I see. Did you figure something out? This is a competition, Miles, and as such, I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk to me. As you wish. Alright. Oh, wait, we gotta look at this. The TV has been left on. Why are you looking at me like that? It wasn't me, I didn't touch anything! You know what will happen to you if you touch something again. Right. I won't touch anything. I won't even go anywhere near the TV, sir. And you! Get back to your investigation, alright? I was planning to do so anyway. Detective Bad, do you have any thoughts on the face? No. Looks like me. Why don't you try this on your own before you bother me, boy? Now I've been downgraded. It's not likely that the ones on the floor were knocked over during the struggle. In which case, might there not be another explanation as to how they got there? Another reason? I believe it's possible that the blood on the outside of the bat is related somehow. Please get that blood away from me, pal! Detective Gumshoe. Whose blood is on this bat? Hold on, let me ask the lab guy. Alright, please hurry. Wait till you get a load of this, pal. It's Mr. Faraday's. Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything else on or in the bags either. It would appear that this bag is a very important piece of evidence. Okay, if you say so, I leave it in your hands, pal. Plastic bag data, I jotted down in my organizer. One of the bags strewn on the floor of lobby number 2 has Faraday's blood on it. The flowers in the garden down there are so gross and ghastly. Do you think maybe you could try offering something useful for a change? Well, at least there's no way someone escaped through this window, pal. They wouldn't make up and smell the flowers after a fall from the 3rd floor. Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are also iron bars on the windows? Lobby number 2 window. No human can climb through these barred windows. The scent of flowers is in the air. Yeah, I guess there's that too. Either way, no one could get through those windows, right? They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice. I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other. No, we can't conclude that quite yet. There's still something I find very peculiar here. The theory that they simply killed one another is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there's actually a contradiction that should... But I just have to show you the contradiction in this crime scene. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious location of the cranny. Let me take something. Let me take a look here. Holding the gun in his right hand. Yet somehow, we can actually do this here. He's supposed to be left-handed, but he's holding the gun in his right hand. A bit of a question mark there. Typically, people using their non-dominant hand would not yield good results, unless you were trained to be dual-handed. Eureka! Now we come face to face with the contradiction I spoke of. And it is this. Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with his fountain pen. Ergo, he is left-handed. And yet, the handgun is in his right hand. Don't you find it odd that the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold the gun in his right hand? That, lady and gentlemen, is a great contradiction haunting this crime scene. Hey, you're right, pal. That does seem kind of strange. But how did something like that happen? The facts add up to one conclusion and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died. Someone else? Plastic bags landed on the floor and a gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. A person of vile intent He was serious about keeping the truth from us. Investigation complete. September 10th, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Here's the autopsy report. It is probable that Mr. Rao survived for a short time after he was shot. However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously from his stabbing. Interesting. Crime scene notes updated in my organizer. Notes pertaining to Faraday and Mr. Rao. It looks like we now know everything we need to know about this case. Are you sure we know everything? Of course! The incident began when Mr. Faraday attempted to get his revenge. The prosecutor went into a rage when being accused and tried to kill the defendant. But the defendant fought back and they ended up killing each other. It's all very clear and simple. There's absolutely no margin for doubt. Do you really believe that to be the truth? Ha! Are you saying that just because I figured out the truth before you, that you don't want to believe it's true? It's alright. If you disagree with my argument, then prove me wrong. Well, if there are any contradictions to be found, that is. Don't worry, I will. Argument. What happened? Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, while Mr. Rao survived for a short time. From this, it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Rao. And Mr. Rao, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Those are the facts of this case. Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous. Therefore, he must have attacked first. Proving that logic to be false is probably the fastest way to show her that she's wrong. In that case, I should look for any holes in her theory. Rebuttal. What happened? Let's see here.
Hold it!
Do you truly believe that Mr. Faraday died instantaneously? I have the murder report right here. Mr. Faraday died instantaneously of shock due to being stabbed in the chest. There, you see? It's been documented, clear as day. I don't know why you acted surprised there when we literally just read it. From this, it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died of
Hold it!
Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rao before he died. Do you have any basis for that statement? Your foolishness has no end, does it? Now, I hate to repeat myself, however, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. That's all the basis I need. Alright, so Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, and he must have attacked Mr. Rao before being stabbed. You're finally beginning to catch on, I see. And Mr. Rao, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. So you believe that the dying Mr. Rao stole the knife from Mr. Faraday? Mr. Rao became desperate as he did not want to die. Human beings can do amazing things when they are put to the test. So the two men struggled. And in the end, Mr. Rao was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of this room is a testament to their struggle. Yes, my logic is perfectly sound. Can you really say that it's perfect? What are you insinuating? Nothing. However, I can't let what you said slide by without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise. If you could append that statement in your testimony. Fine. They struggled and Mr. Rao used the last of his strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday.
Hold it!
About this statement. Mr. Rao used all of his remaining strength to take the knife and defend himself. Once of course, it's nothing compared to what my riding crop can do. How does one compare the damage a crop can do with the state of this room? Furthermore, all the plastic bags on the floor in this room were started there due to the fight. Is there anything else that I can explain for you? No, that will be fine. Those are the facts of this case.
Hold it!
Claiming speculation is fact already? Don't you feel that the evidence is a bit lacking? You'll find all the evidence you need just by looking around this room. Mr. Faraday collapsed on top of Mr. Rell. In addition, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, making a counterattack impossible. Furthermore, the room is a total mess from their fight. I dare say that there's more evidence here than you can whip a whip at. It looks like she's becoming more and more confident. And, looking at this place, she might have a right to be. After all, everything here seems to support her theory. It looks like you're starting to see my point. I am as good as 1 hour little competition. There's something strange about Francisca's theory. I took up her claim with the daytime conflict thus far. But as though there's a contradiction somewhere. The center effect of relentlessness and discipline of law enforcement. Authority vested in the strict prosecutors of the law, and executors of sentences much as harsh winter frosts and
Objection!
faith in that detective's testimony, you know. But for the argument, let's say oh, really? It's simply not possible for Mr. Faraday to show Mr. Mellon to be in step.
Take that!
You got me! But of course. Well then, if the report is correct, then there's only one correct explanation. If we suppose that Mr. Rell attacked first, then Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would have been unable to kill Mr. Rell. After he was shot, then they both died. That is the only explanation that makes logical sense. Containing your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory. I see you've been studying, Francisca. I just wanted to explain it to you as simply as possible, before you foolishly propose a foolish theory that only a foolish fool like you could. How naive of you to believe that only your opinions are valid, and still expect to discover the truth of the crime scene offers you. Francisca, you've still got a ways to go. What are you talking about? Are you saying there's a flaw in my logic? Mr. Faraday died instantly, and the fact that he did is what gives rise to the contradiction in this scene. The contradiction here in this crime scene is... well, the order the bodies fell. The order of... that would be the order of events. Let's try that. There is a contradiction in the order you say the crime took place in.
Objection!
Oh? In that case, why don't you prove the contradiction already? Los Angeles, remember that we found karmas was trying to be perfect in every way. Oh. And that kind of half-baked answer can hardly be called perfect half-handed. Needs an explanation. Actually, I just realized, yeah, that would be the case, because Faraday died instantly while Rell had so much strength left. Yet somehow, Rell falls first, and Faraday goes after him. Let me get this straight. What you are arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. Rell. Then the wounded Mr. Rell found an opportunity to take the knife and strike back. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. Rell died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order in which the bodies are piled. No! Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Rell's. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have died before Mr. Faraday. Impossible! Yes, I agree that it seems strange no matter what angle you approach it from. Which means that the real mystery behind this crime seems to solve is... No! Not so fast, Miles Edgeworth. What now? I simply think that you ought to think a bit more outside the box. And that it's ever clearer now that the incident started with Mr. Faraday's murderous intent. She sure bounced back quickly. An explanation won't be enough this time. It's going to take some very decisive evidence to prove her wrong. Argument. What happened? Part 2. It was just a chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Rell's. The two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. It really doesn't matter in the slightest that they fell in the opposite order. Are you sure about that? I just know that Francisco's explanation isn't absolutely correct. All I have to do is find a hole in her logic. Once I do, I can then present her with evidence that proves the contradiction. Rebuttal.
Hold it!
Objection!
That wasn't my intent. I simply wish for more details as to how Mr. Faraday ended up on top of Mr. Rell. Someone's impatient. I was just about to explain everything to you. So do you think you can hold on for a minute? Francisca, I'll make you a deal. I'll hold on if you hold on to that whip of yours.
Hold it!
Once I'm done here, you'll see that there's nothing strange at all. Now then, the two men fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time.
Hold it!
What do you mean by they attacked each other at the same time? I assume Mr. Faraday had the two different weapons in his hands. He made to attack Mr. Rell while holding both the knife and revolver, and then, after Mr. Faraday fired the gun, Mr. Rell grabbed the knife as he was falling and stabbed Mr. Faraday. That is how Mr. Rell wound up on the floor bottom with Mr. Faraday on top. At close range, that is more than possible. Yes, it's possible, but... Well, if you have any other ideas, then show me what you've got! Oh, I will. And to that extent... If they attacked at close range, you would have seen, you'd see, gun mark. You know, the gun mark. We established what it is.
Objection!
So you believe they killed each other at close range? Sorry. Close. Therefore, Mr. Rel foolish start from a thoroughly foolish fool. If I Miles Sedgeworth, there's just one thing you're missing. Evidence, correct? Exactly. Everything you've said up until now is nothing but a story played out in your head. However, this is where the real test begins. Can you prove that there was a third person involved in this crime? Of course. If a third person was truly here, that fact would resolve the glaring contradiction. The proof that this has all been a setup, made to look like they killed each other. I'll present it, and lay bare the final piece of the puzzle that's not yet in place. What is the piece of evidence that proves there is a third person involved? Well, obviously not the prosecutor's badge. Let's see. See, obviously not the prosecutor badge. That's never going to be evidence. Let's see here. I don't think it has anything to do with this. Let's see. It could be a Gumshoe's testimony, but what else we got? Knife. Plastic bag.
Take that!
One that.
Take that!
Ah, it's the gun. The gun in Mr. Faraday's hand, and the plastic bag with his blood on it. These two items point to the presence of a third person. How so? Recall Detective Gumshoe's testimony. You know what's funny? I even use his testimony, and apparently that doesn't do a freaking thing. And yet he's referring to the Gumshoe's testimony. What? I thought it doesn't make any sense. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. If there wasn't a struggle in this room, then there shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground. Meaning that someone else must have deliberately slided them around. Do you not see the possibility in this? Disregarding the gun for the moment, there's a high probability of blood splatter when a knife is used on a person. If the culprit held the knife with a plastic bag around it, they could have used the bag to catch any blood splatter from when they withdrew the knife. Then, by spreading a few more plastic bags around, mixing the bloody one in with them, and arranging the room to make it look like there was a struggle between the two, they were able to conceal their presence. Ah! Looks like we've still got a long way to go in this investigation. Yes.
Objection!
What the heck's up with you, pal? Mr. Bad, I advise you to place Detective Gumshoe under arrest. What? What's the meaning of this? Ha! Looks like you're not man enough to discipline your own subordinates. Don't you dare. That detective claims he was there, standing in front of the door the entire time. But I have it on good authority that it was all a giant lie. Miss Yu, I ask that you please explain that last statement. I'll let His Honor explain it himself. I saw it with my own eyes, I tell you. During the recess, there was a period of time when there was no one in the hallway. What? See, Mr. Bad? So I ask you, why would a detective who was supposedly doing his job the whole time want to fabricate such a lie? Don't you? Did you kill Faraday? No! Of course not, sir! It would appear that the one who set this whole crime scene up is that detective, which basically renders his testimony a complete lie and wholly invalid. It looks like your perfect logic has just come tumbling down, Miles. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Was that statement really a lie? You're now a suspect in the murder of 2 men. Now spit out the truth or so help me. I haven't lied to anyone, sir. Honest. I really was there. I was in the hallway the whole time.
Hold it!
Detective Bad, I ask that you please do not act without my permission. After all, I am the one that is heading up this investigation, am I not? The wish of a disciple of Von Karma, after all. Therefore, before you take Detective... Oh! Of course not, pal! You're being awfully defensive. Might you be hiding something from me? Watch your mouth, pal! You can't go around saying stuff like that about me without any evidence. Gumshoe. You got a grudge against Faraday or anything? No, sir! Not me! Not a single bad thing against Mr. Faraday, sir! It's not a fact.
Objection!
You really have a problem with lying, don't you, Detective Gumshoe? I'm telling you! I have one for you right here. Could you please share it with us? However, be forewarned that I won't hesitate to objectify some fancy. Because all I'm interested in is this perfect explanation. You're serious, aren't you? Fine. You amuse me, so I'll humor you with a little courtroom practice. Argument. Gumshoe's motive. It was about a week ago. I saw the detective get chewed out by a livid Faraday in front of the precinct. He stood there super pale as Mr. Faraday yelled, "That's a salary cut for you, you nitwit!" A brand new detective suddenly getting a salary cut? That's reason enough for a grudge. Well, how's that for the perfect explanation? If a person was going to kill somebody over that, they really need to get their shit. They really need to get checked out. Like, seriously. That's kind of a dumb reason to kill somebody. I know people are killed over stupid things, but that's just so fucking dumb. You totally misunderstand me, pal. No matter how mad I get, I could never hold a grudge. Quiet. We can't trust anything you say. Sir. There is nothing wrong with the motive she proposed, per se. But there are some gaps in his perfect explanation. May not be so perfect after all. At all.
Hold it!
Gumshoe. Oh, I've seen him around before.
Hold it!
Poor man. It was quite the scene with the detective.
Hold it!
You just stood there watching this unfold in front of you? Yeah, I have to say it was really enjoyable too. But that's why when I saw Detective Gumshoe earlier, I knew to steer clear. Of him. No way! I thought it was because I had something stuck on my face! But you do! Huh? What have I got stuck on my What have I got stuck on my face? Let's start with your eyes, nose, mouth. Oh, and sentence to hate you people? Well, I guess. They really shouldn't cut people's name. Detective Bad. Don't tell me Mr. Von Farmer cut your salary earlier.
Hold it!
You call your explanation perfect? Is it not to your liking? Unfortunately for you, it's just not up to my standards. Oh? Is there something you want me to clarify in that case? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Alright, if you could clear this one thing up for me. I understand Detective Gumshoe's potential motive for killing Mr. Faraday. However, what about his motive for killing Mr. Rell? His motive for killing Rell? Like I would know. If there was no clear motive for both of the murders, then I doubt this incident would have occurred. Wouldn't you agree? Idea. What? That's impossible. She must know something. Wait. Can you please not glare at me like that? I didn't even do anything, and you're already laughing away. Well, anyway, the way I see played out the way it did anyway. Oh? Would you care to explain your logic? And this time, please try to provide a truly perfect explanation. Perfect. Perfect this, perfect that. Stop being so entitled, this is a reported transfer of our karma. Miles Edgewood, I demand that you shut this rude woman up! I wish you'd both be quiet for just 1 second. Oh well. I wonder if that's really true. Is there no one out there with a grudge against both men? We should take another hard look at the evidence for this morning's case. They both wound up as suspects in the case. Is there someone else I've overlooking who is somehow related to them? Rebuttal. Motive to kill the men.
Hold it!
Hey, Mr. Bell? I suppose no one is a bit of a stretch. But I'm pretty sure no one like that was here in this courthouse today.
Hold it!
Sure. After all, who doesn't garner scorn from another?
Hold it!
So you're saying that he was basically silenced? Aren't you glad you managed to avoid the same fate, Your Honor? Why, if you had been the one to witness the blood-covered detective... What? Detective Gumshoe! You would... I could never do something as terrible as that, Your Honor. There's no need for even a second of deliberation. I will hand on my verdict here. Your Honor, take a look around. We are not in court right now. It would be greatly appreciated if you would stay here with us in reality. Please forgive me. I know not what I do. And you there, Miss You. Hurry up and continue with your testimony. If you fail to do so...
Hold it!
I... take the word of a criminal seriously. But I can't even begin to think of a way to set up a crime scene. Put yourself down, detective. You're a big boy. I bet you could start it all by yourself, right? Yeah, that's right. And I worked real hard at it, too. Yes, the mental acuity of a worm. I have to admit her explanation made sense. However, there's also something she overlooked in her testimony. I should present that piece of evidence to see if you can see the truth.
Objection!
There's someone you overlooked in making your statement. Or rather, is it because you'd rather not bring this person up? What do you mean? We are looking for someone with a reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. I can think of at least one person that fits the bill. He was the suspect in the original KG-8 incident, and a member of the Cotopian Embassy staff, Mr. Manny Cochin! That's right. The very man who came to visit you earlier out in the hall. You covered for me, pal! Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all. Don't get ahead of yourself. The perfect evidence, the perfect testimony, these are the only things I wish to hold. But I didn't do it! You will stay under my authority and go investigate Mr. Manny Cochin for me. And remember, I will not be very forgiving. You want to investigate Cochin? You just be wasting your time. Or so I was told. Every cop in this place has been keeping an eye on the guy since he arrived. And the only real... No way. Come on, Detective Bad. You gotta believe. No. There was no one else, sir. Then why should I believe you didn't do it? That is one incredibly foolish detective. Standing right in front of a crime scene all by himself? It's as good as a confession of guilt. It's a bit strange. Most criminals would fabricate some sort of lie to escape their crimes. And if that detective really wanted to prove that he is innocent, you'd think he would be able to clear himself up as faced now while on duty or the light. Come on, Gumshoe. Time for your interrogation. Miles Sedgeworth, I will go on ahead and report this to Papa. But that, as they say, is that. Right, everyone? Ho ho ho! Well, I suppose we should both be getting back to our real jobs now, huh? Before we do, Miss Yu, there is something I'd like to speak with you about. What is it? Everything is neat and tidy on the top of the table, and not a single disturbance in sight. They made up and made it look like they killed each other. If there's one thing I cannot forgive, it's the desecration of the dead. So, what did you want to ask me about? KG8 incident. The current case of the murdered for Serbian. I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't know anything beyond what was reported in the papers. No, I believe you know much more, since you are directly tied to the Patriot. Incident is through the victim. The victim's name is CCU. You will note that she has the same last name as you. Can you really still tell me with a straight face that you are not related to this case? Sorry, but we're not related. What? Just kidding. You asked that question with such a serious look on your face that I couldn't help but... Miss Yu, I ask that you please tell me the truth. killed right before she was to testify at the impending trial by Manny Cochin. But because he was tried once and was acquitted, he gets to live out the rest of his cushy life completely carefree, all because of a lack of evidence. No, I heard that the evidence to convict him did exist. What? I heard it from Mr. Faraday himself after Mr. Cochin's trial was over. Apparently, a man in black made off with the most important piece of evidence. Then the evidence had been tampered with? Isn't it just like a criminal to do something like that? The smuggling ring... Sorry, I just wanted to check something here, sorry. The smuggling ring being run out of the Yamano group by one of its secretaries. They bailed Mr. Cochin out. Turns out they were in league with each other all along. How big was that smuggling ring? Was it a large operation? I don't really know. Which is why I wanted to become the lead defense on this case that people are calling the second KG-8 incident. But I haven't learned anything new at all. I was probably expecting too much, I know. You mean you think this case has nothing to do with the smuggling ring? I don't know what to think. Manny Cochin. Why did Mr. Cochin want to meet with you earlier? Actually, he came to watch the trial. Apparently, he only found out that I was the defense lawyer on this case after he arrived. He figured he should say hi and one other thing. Looks like he couldn't resolve anything this time either. Too bad. What's that supposed to mean? Oh boy, stop it with the scary face already. I'm fine, really. I gave him a good slap across the face. The way she talks about slapping him as she laughs away is kind of creepy. Ahem. But it's just as Mr. Bad said. He's not related to the double murder. I asked around and people in the gallery claim that he was in his seat the entire time. Talk about cruel fate. Well, this is about all I know. Haha, sorry. Guess I wasn't much help, huh? That's not true. I'm sorry I made you recall such a painful time in your life. Edgeworth, you really are too serious for your own good. You really need to learn to relax. We wouldn't want you to die of stress, would we? Thank you for the advice, but there's no need to worry. I work in my own way, and I will catch this criminal in my own way as well. You'll see. Look at you with your game. Don't you get tired of making such a serious face all the time? I'm charged with making sure that all the criminals of this world are found guilty. I have no need for laughter. There you go, making that face again. Oh well. I've gotta get going. I still have a few loose ends I need to tie up. The KG-8 incident in this murder investigation. It is my belief that these two cases are related to each other somehow. Plus that detective... is hurting his chances. Clearly, this case is far from over. But whether or not that detective is the murderer can only be determined once I've completed my perfect investigation. Mr. Von Karma, I swear to uphold your honorable name. Truth. It even says onward towards the truth. Will Detective Gumshoe be the killer, or could it be someone else, like Edgeworth said? We're gonna find out as we get one step closer